Be productive. What about y'all? I hope y'all have not been as lazy as I've been. Let me get the broadcast channel so we can see everybody. I do love sharing new ideas with y'all. Hopefully you guys too. Hey Renee. Anyway, y'all, I've got these yard flags. You know, they go on those metal yard. I'm sure y'all have seen them, or either you may have one. Anyway, so we're going to create a fun, like home welcome flag. These are actually sublimation also, so you can use the heat transfers on these. In fact, we're going to do both. And look, I see it's cold for y'all, so let's warm it up with some heat transfers, right? Linda, you been lazy too? Look, I don't think anybody's been as lazy as me. Okay, I'm going to get this so you can see it. And I'm going to do the words first. And it says, may your journey always lead you home. Y'all, I love this one. It's new. I haven't tried it yet. But I was like, oh my gosh, this will be perfect for the flag that I have out by my front door. Now, I might have to wait until the snow goes away. So I'm going to put this up here. Karen just started a puzzle. Oh, how fun. And then I'm going to put this bicycle. I was trying to decide, you know, hey, what am I going to put on here? And I was like, journey home, that could be a bicycle. And y'all, there's two of these. Y'all may have seen me. I did a picture with one the other day. But look how pretty that is. So you get two of these. Hey, Stacy. I'm just going to make sure that I've got this up high enough. See, this is where the seam is. So I'm going to put the words right under. And then I want to make sure I got room for my bicycle. And I do. Okay. We're going to be using some black permanent ink. And y'all, if you've never used the ink, it's super easy to use. It's permanent. So this can go out in the rain, in the snow and everything. But y'all, our snow, it'll probably last a few days this week. Now I'm going to put an ink mat up under here. This is pretty thick, so I don't even know if I need it. And I'm only going to do one side of this flag. You can totally do both sides if you want to. Hey, Sandra. It is so good to see everybody. Hopefully everybody's electricity has stayed on. Ours has, you know, cross my fingers. You've been watching the kids sledding. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. All right, now y'all remember I was going to put this up right under the seam. And I'm just going to use the seams on the side to make sure that I got it straight. They've said we've got about 10 inches of snow, but y'all, this morning at 2:30 in the morning, I woke up because I heard tick, 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 tick on the window. And y'all, it was, I'm going to turn this around so I can get it straight. It was like freezing rain. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because, you know, that's usually, if your power's going to go off, that's usually what happens. Let me get this on here straight. So, I was like so nervous, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And I was like, oh my gosh, please don't let the power go out. And it hasn't. I need to knock on wood, thank the Lord. If you type the word flag, F-L-A-G, you're going to get the link for everything. The chalk that I'm using, the ink that I'm using, the flags that I'm using. I try to put it all in there together. And if you're just hopping on, welcome. We're going to do a dual project tonight. Oh, y'all been getting heavy rain? Okay. Da-da-da. Okay. I got that on there pretty straight. I'm looking at my seams. And look, if y'all are new, I do like a word of each project. And if you type that word, you're going to get a message from me. All right, now I'm using, like I said, black permanent ink. I'm using this is called a small squeegee. We've got a mini. And I'm just going to do black all over. Thank you guys for spreading the love. And by that, I mean sprinkling out, sending the live over to your friends by sharing it. I'm just doing this all in black. I want it to look classic. You could do it in any color you want. And this design would look really pretty on a chalkboard too. We've had new peanuts. I don't know if y'all saw my project with the peanut friends. I did that yesterday. This was so fun. And then we've got those cutouts in the shop. So like I said, we are doing 2-in-1 projects tonight. I see lots of y'all are getting the supply list. And listen, I was thinking about something. You know, I'm coming up on my 8th year anniversary with chalk. Have any of you guys, because I know you guys are crafters and you love crafting and demoing, have any of y'all thought about being a designer? Because you can. All right, let me pull this off. This is called the Peel and Reveal. And y'all, this is why I love this so much. Look how nice that looks. Isn't that pretty? We're going to dry this. Yeah, the peanuts would be stinking cute on a garden flag. Y'all, I could have a garden flag for every month. All right. Now, I'll try to look at your fingers to make sure you don't have any ink on them so that you don't get it anywhere you don't want it. So let's go ahead and dry this. I always say drying something's kind of like watching paint. Paint dry, drying ink, but we can chit chat. Oh, Marcia, thank you. You know, it's so funny. Sometimes Facebook, depending on the lighting, I just look like a different person every time. I'm like, I must have like 1,000 different looks, but it's all Facebook. Hey, Dorcas. Hey, Linda. This particular flag is just white, but there are other colors. In fact, I've done some in several different colors. If you're new here, be sure that you join us, you know, when I'm live so that you can see me using all kinds of things. Me too, Terry. Sometimes I'll leave them out there too long, and then sometimes I have like plenty of options and change them up. It is so great to see everybody. Y'all, we almost got 300 people on here. We got 244. I always like to see if we can get more than that. 300, 400. Oh my gosh, you're so sweet. Happy Sunday, that's right. Oh yeah, Jan, I don't think we'll be able to go anywhere, which Jenny doesn't live that far from us, but she lives like down some country roads. Like getting out of our neighborhood is difficult. Barry did go to Walmart today because, I don't know, there's something about snow and men, maybe women too, where they got to get out and see how the roads are. But anyway, so he went to Walmart and got some more Coke Zeros and some drinks that Locke likes. And we have not ventured to Jenny's. This morning, I was like so worried. I was like, I should have really talked them into trying to stay over here. But they have an old cat, and Jenny was afraid to leave Frankie home by herself. Poor Frankie. Frankie's like my oldest grandchild, or next to the oldest. Okay, y'all, isn't that pretty? And now we're going to add this bicycle to the bottom. Now with the heat transfers, I'm going to go ahead and heat up the heat press. I've got a Cricut, and you heat it up to 300 and 60 degrees. Those directions are on the package. And then you heat press it for 60 seconds. Hey, Kim. I'm trying to get this thing up to 60. Because you can set it and then push a button. Okay. And then you don't have to really fool with it. Bum, 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 bum. Y'all, sometimes I have got some heat press tape. Oh, thank you. I think it's in a bag or somewhere. So I'm going to put this on here. Then I'm just going to use some tape. And look, I'm going to use my words to kind of put it. All this does is hold it in place. And this is just our placement tape. But you can get heat tape to hold it in place. Brett, I know it, girl. I was like, do I put the bunny or do I put the bicycle? And to me, you know, the word journey made me think about like a bicycle or something. But we've got so many pretty heat transfers. And if you've been wanting to try them, this is like a super fun way to do it. Pam, we might be under some kind of emergency too. You know, all of us people in Tennessee and Alabama, if it snows, we just crazy. And then I'm just going to use a couple of my towels. You can just sit this on your ironing board. And we got to wait for that heat press to get ready. It beeps when it gets ready. And then parchment paper. But, woo, the sun did come out a little bit this afternoon. And I told Barry, I said, if that sun comes out, it'll help. All right. Now, as soon as that beeps, we'll be ready to rock and roll. It's on 3:15 now. But anyway, like I said, if you haven't tried the ink or the heat transfers, this is a great way to do it. And I put the link to these flags. Like if you type the word flag, you're going to get a link to the new chalk stuff, a link to the chalk product that we're using tonight, the ink and the heat transfer. But you're also going to get a link to the flags, and they're inexpensive. I know there's 2 to a pack. There might be more than that. If you don't have a Cricut, can you use an iron? Yes, you can. Make sure that it's not on steam. So don't turn the steam on, but have it at like a cotton setting, a fairly high setting. We got about 10 inches. All right. Let's get this rocking and rolling. I think y'all can see it good. And what I like to do is put the Cricut on here and I hold it down a little bit. I just apply a little bit of pressure. If you've got one of those other heat presses with a handle, then you don't have to do this. I'm just doing this because I just want it to kind of be like an even pressure. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Irene. But anyway, I know, y'all, it's always like this. January's always got like this week or two of super cold. Then when February hits and you start getting some of those warm days, I like to change up my outside flag, and I'm like, I'm going to be ready. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, if you have an iron, do it in sections, because if you move it around too much, your paper might move and it might look a little blurry. Hey, Cindy. Hey, Maria. All right, y'all, see how quick that was? This is, y'all, I love this part too. It's like magic. I always have to peek. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it is about crafting and chalking, but it just makes me happy. Happy, happy, happy. And then, once we get this off, we got to heat press our ink. Because you want to heat set it. I need to turn this down. At 305. So I'm going to turn it down. Y'all, isn't that pretty? And then you heat set the ink at 305 for 30 seconds. So it's like, this is like the fastest, cutest way to create. I should just hold this for a second. But y'all, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you see this hanging outside? So pretty. And look at like all the colors. Sublimation is like, and it's flat. There's no ridges or anything. It's not like vinyl or anything. It like actually presses the ink into the fabric. But isn't it gorgeous? And isn't this like the perfect combo? Y'all, I got a confession. I want a bicycle. Look, this is at $3.49. I'm just holding it, letting it cool off. This is just 2 of my towels. Is that what you're talking about? Somebody said, what are you pressing it on? But, y'all, I can't get my ironing board in this room. All right, this is getting close. So, you heat set ink at 305 for 30 seconds, and then you heat set these for 60 seconds. But isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. And look, it didn't come through to the other side, so you can put something else on the back if you want to. The way my flag sits, it's like sort of close to the house. Helene, I know, isn't that pretty? And remember, if y'all want to make one, just type the word flag, and I'll send you a message. Oh, this is close enough. So 30 seconds. And then I could go hanging out there, except it's probably like, I don't know, 5 degrees. I'm not going outside. Can you do the same picture of both? Yeah, you can. With the heat transfers, you get 2 per package. So you can do the same thing on both sides for sure. Totally. You can do the same thing on both sides. And you know, instead of having a flag in 5 minutes, you can have one in 10. All right, let me turn this off. But y'all tell me, am I going to have the cutest flag in the neighborhood? I think so. Let me hold this up so y'all can see. And you can see the colors. I want an electric bike though. I want one where you can push a button and go fast. I'm crazy, ain't I? Anyway, guys, I hope you love this as much as I do. And look, these are nice, sturdy flags. You can put your flagpole through there. Or if you wanted to hang this in a house, you could just use a dowel and a string. And yes, you can totally put the same design on both sides, or you can put something different. If yours is like mine and you mostly just see one side, you could put like a different, we've got a heat transfer with a bunny on it, and then you could put a whole different thing, whatever you want to put on there. But anyway, I hope you guys love this. I hope you're inspired to get crafty. I want to put this bicycle on a shirt too, because then I'd be spiffy riding my bicycle with a bicycle on my shirt. Oh, all right, y'all. I'm gonna get off here. I'm just crazy now, as usual. But Have fun. Grab the supplies. Make you one. Make your friends one. Make one for a gift. You will love it. So type flag for supplies. I'll see you guys later. And keep spreading the word, sprinkling the love. We love having a bunch of crafty friends on here creating with us. See you guys later. Bye now.